Working out.
Oh, shoot! So I've got a simple game for you today that you can play anywhere you want. And if you wait till the end of the video, I got a free gift for you. Hey, my name is Eric with a K, and I am the host of the Practical Youth Ministry Tips podcast. And I love games. If you've been around, you've seen a lot of my videos are about games, and I've got a fun one for you today. So there's even a playlist. If you want to click on the playlist for games, you can go through and see all the games I've done on this channel. You know, sometimes you play a game and it just hits with your group, right? Like everybody loves it. And you want to capitalize on something that works. Like if it works, don't fix it. It ain't broke, right?
Cool. Yeah. If it ain't broke.
A lot of times we'll play that game again, and we'll play it again, and we'll play it again. And when we play it like every week, or maybe every a couple of weeks, or once a month even, sooner or later, the excitement that everybody had for that game starts to lose steam. It's just like, you know how it is when you wish for something at Christmas. Even as an adult, you wish for something really fun at Christmas.
I know what I'm wishing for.
You can think about this when you were a kid. And then you get it and it's awesome. And then like 3 weeks later, you don't touch it anymore. Like what? It's the excitement about what it could be or what it might be. But the same thing with games that like work, like, oh, that was so great. We've got to do it again next week. And it's still fun. But sooner or later, it starts to lose steam. So what I love is taking something that's old and has worked really well and putting a twist to it. When the novelty has worn off and you put a twist to a game, there's a couple things that happens. One, it makes that game fresh and enticing and exciting again, right? And two, it has potential to save you some money. Instead of like if you purchase something for a game that you did, like whatever it is, but then you put a new twist to it, you don't have to go buy another game. You can use that same game in a different way, and it can reinvigorate some joy and some excitement for a game that used to be all that, right?
Thinks he is all that and a bag of chips.
So this is a simple one. You've probably played charades in your life. I love charades.
Everybody plays charades.
Charades. Okay.
Ooh, charades! We're playing charades. We're not playing charades.
You know how it works, right? You have a word and you're trying to get your team to guess what that word or that phrase is. And you can't say anything. You can only do it through motion. So it's really important. This is one of those games that's really important to make sure you give all of the rules. No mouthing the words, because I certainly have seen that. Like if the word is rain and they're doing this and they're not catching it, they're like, rain, rain, rain. That happens all the time. So you have to be clear. There's no mouthing the words. You can't make any sounds. You can only do motions. So mouth has to be closed. You can only do motions. So the twist for charades is like a reverse charades. Now, if you're a Download Youth Ministry subscriber, there's a lot of reverse charade games on there, and they're great. And the way they work is you put the word or the phrase up on the screen, and then you split the room into two, and you've got two players going. And the player on the right has everybody on the right side. That's their team. And the player on the left has everybody on the left side. That's their team. So they are up there guessing with the screens behind them, and the audience can see the word or the phrase, and so they're all acting out. Now, it becomes chaotic, but it's really funny to watch, like everybody trying to do the same thing or something similar. Usually the person on stage who's playing hones in on one or two of their friends to see, and then they kind of listen to the other team, but it's the first team to get it right that gets the answer. So it's good to have, there's a couple ways I would do it. Sometimes a fun object that you hold in the middle, the first person to grab the object and give you the right answer wins. Or you have a leader with both of the players up front who know the phrase, and when they hear the student say the phrase or the word, then they go, they got it, and then they move on, and you get points for when they win the round. So last week I was up for my daughter's wedding.
Here comes the bride. Oh.
And my son is a youth pastor, and so I went and I spoke at his youth group, and he ran the games. And did reverse charades. So I'm going to show you a couple clips, and then I'm going to come to the free gift right after that.
All right, next one up on the screen.
Oh, reading the Bible.
Next one. Oh, y'all bunch of cheaters. Y'all barking. Let's do next one on the screen.
Praising. Or like worship. Yeah. Oh, working out.
Oh, shoot. The next one on the screen.
Pointing. No. Pointing and coursing.
Next one up on the screen.
Dancing. TikTok dancing. Clothes. Fit check.
And the win goes to Marines team. Let's go. All right, you think found this hat? Hey.
So there you see, like, super fun. Students are all into it. And what I love about reverse charades is almost everybody gets into it. It's a group participation, even though there's just going to be one winner. You can do the candy shower where the whole team or everybody gets donuts or something, like you can do that. But typically it's just one student who's going to win a prize if you're doing prizes, which I think is a great idea, but you don't have to do prizes. But there's places like Five Below that you can spend very little money and get a great return. So anyhow, this game is really simple. Like I said, you can do it anywhere. You can put it on a piece of paper. You can put it on the screen. The free gift I want to give you is I'm going to give you a already done reverse charades. I'm going to give you the whole PowerPoint slide presentation. It'll be JPEG, so you can put it into PowerPoint. You can put it into ProPresenter. You can put it in whatever you want. I'm going to give you 20 words and phrases that you can do with your youth group this week for free. All right. Now, if you thought this was helpful and you'd like to share it with somebody else, I'd love it if you click the share button and check out this video right here for more great games. All right. Until next time, see ya.